So let me get this straight. We have George Lucas disappointed with the Disney Star Wars. We have Mark Hamill disappointed with Disney Star Wars. Now we have Anthony Daniels disappointed with Disney Star Wars. And apparently a big chunk of the fans disappointed with Disney Star Wars. Wow, Disney, good job. What's up, everybody? Today I wanted to talk about a beloved Star Wars character, C3PO, played by Anthony Daniels, which is a very lovely person. If you ever seen his interviews, the way that he acts himself, he's lovely. I know that C3PO is not everyone's favorite character, but it was one of mine. I love the duo 3PO and R2-D2, you know. And he was one of the characters that appeared in pretty much every single Star Wars film until, I believe now things have changed. I'm not even keeping track because it's very hard to acknowledge or to even take Disney Star Wars serious after The Last Jedi. Now, if you are a fan of The Last Jedi, by all means, this is not an attack on you. I have to say that over and over again. For some reason, people need to have the same exact thought, you know, because if I don't like The Last Jedi, I can't be friends with you. That is just childish. This is not an attack on The Last Jedi. If you love the movie, if you like it, good for you. I don't, and I don't because of a lot of reasons. You know, I think it really disrespected the original characters, and it did that on purpose to get rid of all the old characters, have you forget them, and introduce the new one. I don't have a problem with new characters, but I do believe that the older characters should have been treated with respect. It should have been a movie about passing the torch, and it should have done in a way different way that it was handled, you know. So a couple of days ago, no, I think over a couple of weeks ago, I did a video about George Lucas being disappointed with Bob Iger, kind of like a big betrayal because he sold Star Wars, which we all know is something very dear to George's heart, and a lot of the people think it's because of the attack that he suffered over the prequels. I was not a part of that. I love the prequels. I've always have. You know, I don't think that they're perfect movies by all means, but I did have a lot of fun watching them. I grew up watching them. I never thought, you know, in my mind, I think the worst thing that happened to Star Wars is Star Wars leaving the hands of the creator. Because I wanted to hear his story. I don't care about what Disney is doing because I don't think that what they're doing, I'm not liking it and I can't connect to it either. Oh yeah, I forgot because Star Wars are for kids, right? I'm way too grown up to enjoy Star Wars. But anyways, that's a conversation for another video. Which I already did, by the way, you can check it out. So what I wanted to talk about here is that George Lucas was very upset because they did not, you know, he gave them treatments of his vision and they did something completely different, ignoring him. And then we also have Mark Hamill being very vocal of the way that Luke was treated, you know. Like I said, this should have been, you know, I thought I was coming to watch sort of a Gandalf Luke Skywalker, you know, because, you know, Gandalf in The Lord of the Rings is a very old character, but a very badass character. And we have not, as fans, really seen that part of Luke because, you know, when The Return of the Jedi ends, you know, he's really awesome, but during that period, we haven't really seen much. So what a shame it is that we don't get to see that because, you know, they were so scared of Luke Skywalker that they had to pretty much like put him aside. Same story they did to Terminator, you know, that I just made a video earlier. So yes, Mark Hamill is not shy about his complaints on the film, and now we have Anthony Daniels also not being shy and talking about, because as the original character, he probably understands exactly what Mark Hamill was going through, you know, for the fact that him being such an important character being using as a way to attract the fan base, you know. And this is what it's kind of confusing for me. If you know that the people love these characters, why don't you treat or handle these characters better? I mean, you would sell your product better, would it not? You know, it would make people actually show up for these films and not bomb like, you know, Han Solo, for instance, a movie no one asked. But anyways, let's see what this little article is saying over here. So the actor says, he was asked about the backlash, and he's being fairly quiet until now because, okay, they're all done. The movie's coming out in December. It's probably going to be a disaster. Oh my God, how are they going to end that saga? Only God knows. Well, and the leaks, right? Apparently, if the leaks are real, we are in for a rough ride. So let's see what he's saying here. The actor says, well, yes, I do understand why the fans are unhappy. It speaks to a devotion that they care so much that they mind if someone messes with it. I understand people being critical of the films. He has remained fairly silent now, while Mark Hamill have dropped loaded comments online. Oh yeah, many, and it's hilarious. And he continues, Daniel continues, I know it has been particularly difficult for him, Mark Hamill, lately because the new movies haven't given him much to do. I certainly recognize that and can relate to it. In these new movies, I have felt like a table decoration. And yes, indeed, that's exactly what they did. And that is difficult because I recognize this character, 3PO, is worth so much more. And now, him saying stuff like this just kind of confirm my suspicions that they will indeed terminate C3PO forever. They're probably gonna kill the droid, which is annoying because the droids are the one characters they could get away forever. You know, you can just reboot them, change them, update them. You don't have to kill them off. But Disney is doing it purposely to get rid of everything that George created. It has to be just their new characters now. It probably something to do with merchandise, but whatever. It's extremely disgusting. Let's see what else he said. But I understand it is a whole film, not a feature about 3PO. C3PO. Okay, C3PO. But it's still, like I said, bringing this character for nostalgia purposes and not even treating them right. It's kind of infuriating. And then he continues, that is just my personal disappointment. I get paid whether or not he does anything, but it would be nice for him to have a purpose. So, well, Daniel obviously cannot give away, but he teases C3PO has a major arc. Well, they're probably gonna kill him. That is the major arc because that's what they have been doing with all the original characters. I'm very satisfied with that, with what I had to do in this movie, and I'm very satisfied with everything I know about this movie. Okay, like I said, he seems like a lovely person, and I don't know. To me, this is kind of confirmed that they will indeed murder him, kill C3PO. You know, R2-D2 is next. R2-D2 was not even present in the other films, right? Just a little bit, which is so annoying because he's one of my favorite droids. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to mention this to you. I'm sure a lot of people have already made videos about it, but I just wanted to put my 2 cents. Yes, I am very disappointed with Star Wars. In fact, I'm disappointed with all my favorite franchises. It's just sad. You know, they destroyed Predator, they destroyed Star Wars, they destroyed Terminator. I mean, what's next, you know? They're looking into Indiana Jones. They're hopefully not looking into Back to the Future. I mean, what else? What else can they destroy, you know? But anyways, that's my thoughts. Drop your comments below. What do you think about, you know, Anthony Daniels' perspective on C3PO? Do you think he's right? Are you a fan of Disney Star Wars? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe for more. I'll see you next time. Bye.